All right, guys, we are back. This is K-Talk Radio 1640 AM. I am your host, Yoshi Shiraki. Jordan Atkin is our special guest. Jordan, you've got an amazing company out there, Tag SLC. Can you please tell us a little bit about what Tag SLC does, who you guys are?
Sure. Tag SLC is a local real estate development and investment company focused primarily on ground up multifamily in Salt Lake City proper.
Got it. And when did you start it?
Well, in some form or the other, it's been with me since 2010 when I first got into real estate.
Got it.
Then I think in 2014 we pivoted from the existing brand to become Tag SLC, and that's what we've been ever since.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool. One of the things that I've learned from you, actually, and really like what you do, is you've mastered a sandbox. Like when I've had these conversations with you, or you've talked about it in your mastermind, it's really genius because you know your sandbox, the numbers, the square footage numbers, better than anybody else. Like you said, people that are flipping in Provo to Ogden, you've refined this sandbox. Did you do that just out of curiosity when you were flipping as well?
Yeah, for the most part. If you go back, even in St. George, but we'll focus on when I was here in Salt Lake. When I moved here, I was overwhelmed with how big the market was and all the opportunities and how to understand the nuances of, what cities and zip codes and, even streets, frankly, are more desirable. So I spent the first little bit of my time here in northern Utah in Salt Lake area, just driving around trying to get accustomed to the neighborhoods, and I was just really attracted to Salt Lake City, the old historic homes, but then also just the general vibe, being the capital city. Yeah. There's a little bit more to do and experience, in my opinion, here in the actual city as opposed to some of the suburbs. So,
sure.
I like that, so I actually bought a home in Salt Lake City and started flipping homes in Salt Lake City, and just really haven't left, and have just continued to do different types of deals, but still I really try to be north of the 80, east of the 15, and my little 4 square miles.
Absolutely. So when you flipped, did you ever go out of that?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. When I was flipping, we did some more entry-level homes, but really my focus in business was all east side, higher end, 500,000 plus type houses, which are more predominant in Holiday, Mill Creek, and Salt Lake City area.
Got it. And now that you're doing multifamily, do you ever sneak out of that?
Yeah, we're doing a 60-unit townhome project in Clearfield.
Okay.
But I've done stuff in North Salt Lake, but it's still the main thing I'm interested is Salt Lake. I now have my office in Salt Lake City. I live in the 9th and 9th neighborhood. I go down to the city at 4th and State all the time, and I drive around a lot, so I can just hit all my projects in a pretty 6-8 minute drive without having to go all over the place. So that was a big decision. We actually decided we would rather stay geographically specific, where we really feel like we have an understanding and of what's going on, rather than just continue to do larger deals we would have to step outside. So if a no-brainer comes up, will we look at it? Yeah, but we would really prefer to be in the city.
Got it. Okay. Are you looking to expand your sandbox a little by little, or is this the plan as of right now, just to stick there?
I'll be honest, I still have more ideas and opportunities presented to me than we have investment capital to take advantage.
Got it.
So I can't even do, there is no shortage of opportunities. People who can't find a deal, you don't know what you're looking for.
Right.
We pass on 30 or 40 opportunities for every one that we say yes to, and still most of them are in the city. So
got it.
Until the spigot is just on a dribble and I can't really find a deal, I think we'll continue to try to stay here.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool. Is there a place that the listeners, let's say somebody out there is thinking, oh, that's the kind of place that I want to move to. Maybe they're thinking about moving and they want to be closer to downtown. I don't know if you have I know you have a website, but I'm not sure. I checked it out the other day. I didn't see, and maybe I need to click through more, but I didn't see pictures of what you do, like stuff of what you look like. And for the listeners, is there a place they can go to see what projects Tag SLC has up and coming so that they can be on the radar for your product, whether they're going to rent from you or buy from you?
Yeah, my company is really more geared toward the investment side and helping people achieve financial freedom through passive income.
Gotcha.
So as a result, that's probably my website's not good at the best of day. But it's really not good about helping the real end user, because
gotcha.
we're much more geared toward helping individuals with the passive income component and being the conduit of how to invest in Salt Lake City real estate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you want to know about those projects, just check out our website or email me directly, jordan@tagslc.com.
Got it.
Always happy to get on a 15-30 minute call with people who want to know more about what we do and how they could be involved.
Wonderful. Awesome. So I remember in a conversation, I think it was actually when we were touring your house. No, it wasn't then. Maybe it was when we were touring the other, we had our mastermind, one of the Capitol, right?
Yeah.
And you were sharing with the group how you're practically fully occupied on the one that we did tour back earlier. How are those people finding you? Is there a waiting list, or they're just going to property management companies, KSL?
For anyone in Utah, I think KSL is kind of the go-to, and Rentler and Zillow. So people who would want to engage with us that way would interface with our property management company, and we work with several.
Gotcha. So I think, and that's you made a great point there. Like I probably, if I would have thought really hard, realized it, but just not thinking really hard, I didn't realize it. You as Jordan Atkin are more of the deal with the investors who invest, and then you've got a team who will then help find the occupants of your product.
Yeah. I just like my niche of Salt Lake City proper, I really believe in staying in your lane.
Yep.
If you were a tenant who wanted to rent, you probably wouldn't want to engage with me,
right?
Because I would just say, this is the square footage, this is the price. I'm not like soft, touchy, feely, like, oh wow, look at this closet that you can put all your wood or whatever. Like, here's a wall to hang your picture.
Right.
So there are people on our team who are highly specialized at helping people, understand that vision. So I stay in my lane and let them do what they're great at. Gotcha.
Okay, perfect. What would you say is then, speaking of in your lane, your favorite part of real estate? Is it the development side? Is it if I remember correctly, you recently shared that you're looking more for remodeling versus ground up these days. If I'm not mistaken, the whole economy's kind of changed a little bit of everyone's gears. What's your favorite thing to do?
Yeah, how I think about it is real estate's my job, and investing is my hobby.
Okay.
So the financial aspect of it is my favorite part. Sitting down with someone and understanding what their goals are and how, whether it's with us or just advice on how to do it on their own, helping them kind of get that light bulb moment where they see that this is a path that they could do to either, improve the situation of their family and, start building toward, passive income and financial freedom.
Yeah.
That's really my favorite part. And so for those individuals, I love development. It's a brutal game. I'm a sucker for punishment. It's not easy, but there's just something about taking, even like remodeling, but like on steroids, taking something that was and having a vision of what it can be.
Yeah.
That's what I am truly passionate about, and I can see in my mind how the city has the potential to evolve.
Right.
And I want to be part of that change, and I want to make an impact here in Salt Lake and Utah.
Got it. Okay. Very cool. I love that. You mentioned it's a brutal game. I hear time and time again from developers, zone changing is just painful. It's a waiting game.
Yeah.
I've heard numbers that the average zone change can take 12 months. Is that pretty accurate?
In Salt Lake,
Yeah. Salt Lake,
we're doing one right now, changing from industrial to a mixed use project up in the Marmalade neighborhood, and we will be over a year just in the application process. I think we just got set to go in September, in front of the city council. So,
Wow.
yeah, you're talking 12 months is a starting point, and it could be 18 to 24 months.
Gotcha.
Just on permitting and stuff, the fastest project I've got through from the day we closed to the day we were able to start building,
Yes.
if we were prepared,
Yep.
was 8 months.
Wow.
So it's not for the faint of heart, and you really don't have a lot of certainty
Right.
of, depending on the project. You don't have a lot of certainty of outcome in a lot of ways, so you kind of have to hedge your bets.
Gotcha. Okay.